it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax Cut Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So today I'm playing in my little golden book, Scooby-Doo Halloween glue book. That was a freaking mouthful, but that's what it is. And just there, I was showing you that I added washi tape along the edges of my little golden book for two reasons. One, I think it looks more polished, and two, it kind of held down the foil a little bit better that I added the little golden book gold foil that I added on the edges there. So it looks really clean cut and crisp, and I love it. I decided that I wanted to add some trim, some pom-pom trim to this book. After this, I'm going to head to the Dollar Tree and see if they have any like purple pom-pom trim or orange. Those are the two colors I don't have, so I just want to see if they have any. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree in a while, so I think I'll go check that out. And then they also had some super cute Halloween stickers that I didn't pick up. I had them in my basket and then I put them back because I didn't think I was going to make a Halloween glue book this year. And then I decided, you know what? I want something fun and cutesy, you know, pumpkins and candy and like all the cute things. And I'm really enjoying it. In fact, this morning in the shower, I was dreaming, well, not dreaming, that's weird, thinking about my glue book. That's weird too. I'm in the shower thinking about my Halloween glue book, but truth be told, that's what I was doing. So I added this neon green here, just kind of checking to make sure that it's all down. I used Fabri-Tac for this because it holds everything down really, really well. And I love the way the little pom-poms stick out the edge. And now I'm adding this owl. So I got my new Birds and Blooms magazine yesterday, and on the cover was this owl. And I knew instantly I wanted to add this into my glue book. And I decided to add it on the front page there because I like all the branches behind it that are on the book itself. So I'm going to glue that down and add the little owl, and I absolutely love it. It reminds me of a picture my dad took about a year ago. Just a few months actually before he passed, I think. No, it must have been longer than that. Anyway, so yeah, about a year ago. I don't know why the time matters, but anyways, they have a green space behind their house, and he took a picture of this owl. Well, he found it, he saw one in a tree and took pictures of that, and then it was sitting on his wood fence, and oh my gosh, he got such a good photo. And you've heard me talk about my dad a lot, and if you're new here, my dad just recently passed a few months ago. My dad loved photography, and most of his shots were either, if it wasn't his grandkids, because he loved his grandsons, everything was nature shots, whether it was the sunset. He loved taking time lapses of the sunset. He was a scuba diver, so he took a lot of underwater photos and pictures in the green space of the birds. Oh my gosh, they have birds I didn't even know lived in Oregon. So he just got great shots of that. So pretty much everything was nature unless it was his grandsons. And occasionally, you know, my sister and I. We're chopped liver. Once we had his grandsons, you know, he was the best gramps. He was born to be a gramps, let me tell you. So yeah, so I got the owl down. It reminded me of my dad, so I was glad that I had that. And I just love the way it looks. It just looks so cute there. I was making jokes while I was doing this. So originally I wasn't doing a voiceover. So if my hands are moving, I was talking in this video. And then I got disrupted because there was this, how do I want to say this? Interesting individual hiding stuff in the bushes across the street from my house. It was like this whole thing. So it was more in depth than that. But anyways, I got distracted and I was talking about it. And I didn't want to freak you guys out because the stuff that I was saying. So I just kind of decided to do a voiceover instead. So these are some little leaves. They're actually cookies that I found in a fall magazine that I had in my stash, and I cut a bunch of those out. And so I'm just covering up the words that were on the owl with these little leaf cookies. And I think that they look so cute there. I really like the way this page turns out. You'll see here in a second the rest that I add. And it's simple. It's totally simple, but I love the way it looks. Jackson this morning when I came out, I put a sweatshirt on to take him to school, the one I'm wearing in this video. And he's like, ooh, when did you get that? He gave me a hug and he's like, I low-key kind of want it. He's so fun. He doesn't want my sweatshirt. He was just being funny. It's really silky and soft. And so he was, you know, giving me a hug. And he's like, it's so soft. He's a sweet kid. I love my son. He's 15. He's a sweet boy. I have mama's boys. And then I put that little thing there. It says, it's fall, y'all. Got that out of the magazine too. So don't forget, guys, check your junk mail that comes in. I posted photos on my community tab and in my Facebook group of everything I cut out in that little magazine I got from Fred Meyer's, our local grocery store. It had coupons in it, cut those out. And then the rest of the book had all these images in it. And I posted a picture of everything I cut out of there. I got tons of words and eyeballs and cupcakes with googly eyes and a witch. And I use a lot of that stuff in this session right here. So I'll point those out. But if you want to see everything I cut out, you can check those two things, my community tab and my Facebook group. But yeah, check your junk mail right now. There's a pumpkin on pretty much everything this time of year. Grocery store flyers. Sometimes in the grocery store, when you first walk in, there's little magazines they'll have of like recipes and stuff for this time of year. Those are great. You get great verbiage. You get, you know, great pictures of like pies and pumpkins and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to check those out. This is a little mummy from the book page. You can see there from that. I put in this little golden book some pages from a book that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I fussy cut him out of one of the pages I had left over, and I'm putting him on this pumpkin page. This is a pumpkin from the other book I got from the Dollar Tree of funny faces. So I'm putting him down. The whole gist of the book is, oh, and I cut off a little piece of his little curly ribbon up there. So I was trying to reattach it and see if it was even worth it. And I'm stubborn, so I made it work. I could have just left it. You wouldn't even have known, but I knew and it bothered me, so I put it on there. So I just keep a little basket when I'm working on something where there's a theme like this. I keep a basket with my glue book so that when I come across words and stuff or anything I want to add into that glue book, I can put in that little basket. So I'm just kind of putting everything there. And then here's my cupcakes. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put a bunch of them on there or how I wanted to work that. And then I decided that the other cupcakes would pop off the orange a little bit more. That's what I'm talking about right there. Those are the little cupcakes with the googly eyes. And then I was like, nope, I want to put them on the other side. They pop way more. So that's what I did. And this ends up being my favorite page in this glue book so far. Granted, I've only worked on it today with you guys, but this is my favorite page so far. And one thing I talked about in this video that obviously you can't hear because I'm doing a voiceover is... Great. Now I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, man. Sometimes having this window right outside my craft room distracts me so much. I can't remember what I was going to say. I don't know. It'll come back to me. Don't worry. It'll come back. So now I'm adding more of those little cupcakes. I absolutely love these. They're so cute. I love those little eyeballs on there. And then, hello, you just got to put a little Halloween right there. And then I was like, what else can I add to this? It looks a little plain. And then I was like, I cut out all these bats. I'm going to put bats. So some of these bats, the ones that have the yellow around them, those are from the free magazine that I got in the mail from my grocery store. And then the ones with the white are from the book that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I leave a border on all of my things because it makes them pop, especially when you have things that are like black. So I left the white border because I just feel like you see them so much better and they pop off the page. So, and then like I talked about in my random glue book, if there is color behind an image, I always leave a border because I feel like that adds more color to the page and it makes your image pop a lot better. So these are all the little bats from from the book I got from the Dollar Tree. So I'm excited to maybe pick up another book and fussy cut out all the little things. And I decided I need more bats, so I'm going to dig through. I know there were some little tiny ones as well, so I was trying to find those, and my fingers are all sticky, so everything is sticking to my finger. Oh my goodness. So Xena and I just got back from a walk, and I don't know if you've been with me for a little while, you'll know that I run into this elderly gentleman. He's 85 years old, and I totally just forgot his name, so that sucks. I'm going to have to ask him again. Was it Glenn? I don't know. Anyways, he has a little dog, a little tiny Yorkie. Him and his wife rescued. They have 2 of them, and all their animals are rescue animals, and they've had her since she was, you know, a few years old, and she had a really rough life. Anyway, she's very tiny. Her name is Sarah. So, anyways, Sarah loves Xena. Xena loves Sarah. She's just the tiniest little thing. And him and I like to chat. And so we stopped and talked today, and we talked for an hour. Yes, we did. We stood in front of somebody's house and talked for an hour. And, you know, I always like to take time. I'm just one of those people, I've talked about this before, where people always confide in me and talk to me for a long time. And I feel like it's kind of my duty, I guess, to talk back. We had a great conversation. And when we were getting ready to leave, he's like, yeah, it was really nice, you know, to talk to you. He goes, we agree on a lot of things. He's really nice. So yeah, we talked for a very long time. I know all about his life now. And it was a really enjoyable day. You know, it's going to be 85 today, but it's very windy, and the breeze felt really good. It was not like a cold breeze, but cool. And it was just a very pleasant morning, and we had a great chat. It was wonderful. And, you know, we only live a few blocks from each other. And so I see him when I walk Xena all the time. So it was really fun. So yeah, I wasn't intending on standing out there for an hour. Xena was like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. It's time for us to move on. So we did. And so anyways, we had a really great morning, a really nice little walk. She's off sleeping now. And you can hear Sherman snoring. He's, you know, guarding his mama and snoring as usual. He will probably go for a little walk later tonight. So Sherman's older than Xena. Xena has a lot of energy. She's also a very fast, active dog. Sherman is a pug. He's 8 years old, and he has some arthritis, and he has narrow breathing passages, both his nose and his throat. So he gets overheated and has a hard time breathing if he does too much. So we take him on little walks in the neighborhood, nothing real long, and just so he can get out and get some energy. And obviously being overweight is not good because, 1, for his breathing, and 2, for arthritis. So we like to get him out and have him walking around and stuff. But if you're ever wondering why Sherman doesn't go on our walks, it's because Xena does a lot longer walks and a lot faster paced. So Sherman can't hang. And it's not fair to Sherman to try and drag him along to that, where he'll be in pain and limping afterwards. And it's not fair to Xena because she needs to get her energy out. So I just wanted to say that just in case anybody was wondering. Sherman gets walked too. Oftentimes it's actually Bob these days that walk him in the evenings when it's cooled down. This little witch came from that free magazine, you guys. Isn't she adorable? So cute. I love her. And I decided I wanted to cover up the writing that was on there. So that's why I'm adding those things. And I decided to add little Spooky because it's just fun and cute and has a little eyeball. And I don't know. Look at my little witch granny. Isn't she adorable? I love her. She's so cute. Oh, right there I was talking about how I might add some washi tape up the side there, but I'm not sure yet. So the cool thing about this and glue books in general, excuse me, geez, I just had to have a little burp, is that if you don't like something, you can always just go and glue over it, or you don't have to finish a page every time you're working on it. Like I'm bouncing around the book, just adding little things here and there, and then I can come back and add more later. You'll see here, I go back to that page with the cupcakes and the bats, and I add something else because I found something I wanted to add there. So yeah, don't feel pressured to finish a page right now. You can always flip back through and add more things later if you're not finding something. There's no need to force yourself to try and make it however you want it. You know what I mean? So this page, for instance, I knew I wanted to cover up the white, and I had this bit left over from that book. So I put that there, and the top is white still, but I'll go back another time and add something there. I put that down and I was kind of done with it. And I just told myself when I find the right piece to go there, I'll come back and add it. So not a problem there. And then the pages that I have in here that are like a solid color, I think I'm going to go through with some bubble wrap and some paint and add some just contrasting color dots just to brighten up the page and add some background. I don't want it to be too thick though, because I don't want blobs of paint and then I go to put my image down and it makes my image all bumpy. So I'll make sure it's really thin and, put it on there. It'll be really fun. So I don't know if I'll do that in a Glue Crew video or my channel video, but we'll see what I do there. I was going to do it today, but I just didn't feel like breaking out the paints in the moment. Like I said, I got distracted by the guy outside. I had just got done walking. The dogs kept interrupting me. You know how it is, working from home. That was another one of those little leaf cookies. And then I was like, ooh, so this paper, if you can't read what it says treat time. And I just found this chocolate in a fall magazine. So I want to cut that out. So my plan is to put more candy on that page because it says treat time. So here's another prime example of, I knew I just wanted to put that chocolate there. I'll come back and add more things later. I could add something sitting on the chocolate, leaning up against it. I could add more candy around it. I could add some pumpkins, who knows? But I knew in the moment I at least wanted that chocolate there. So after that, I just decided to move on. I really wanted to add these pumpkins, but then I realized I wanted to do that bubble wrap on the back first. Now, this book is also from the Dollar Tree. I cut up the papers and put it in this book, and it's one of those where you add the stickers to the face and make silly faces. And I did this guy dirty. He does not look good at all. I hate his schnoz. His eyebrows are too thin. He looks like he put his eyebrows on with a Sharpie. You'll know what I mean. Yeah. So, and then I decided to use 2 different eyeballs because I thought that would be kind of funny. I don't know. I was just having fun. That's what these books are about. Just let loose. Let your mind wander. Don't think about the stresses in life. Just enjoy it. Put on a good movie. Yesterday, while I was cutting out all those images, I had Goonies on, and it's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I love watching it this time of year. Definitely a fall movie for me. I only live a couple hours away from the Goonie house, so next time I go to the beach, I will, if I remember, I'll go and take a picture of the Goonie house and show it to you guys. And crazy fact, so I don't know if these people still own the Goonie house, but years back, these people bought the Goonie house, and people drive by there and want to take pictures of it and stuff. It's rad. Like, who wouldn't want to, right? It's the best movie ever. They hated it. They hated that people were always looking at their house and taking photos, which honestly, I get it. But why buy the house that was in a famous movie if you don't want people looking at it? Like, that just seems so stupid to me. The next part is even more dumb, and I hated it. They were so sick of it that they put tarps all around the house, and they didn't want people looking at it. So they put tarps on the outside of the house so people couldn't look at it and take pictures. Right? Isn't that awful? So I don't know. I read it in an article a while back, and I was just like, why would you buy that house if you don't want that attention? That just seems weird to me. If I bought that house, man, I'd be having tours. I'd be like, come into my attic. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's just odd to me. But anyways, how cool is that? I live so close to the Goonie house. Another reason why I love the beach, because every time I look out there, I'm like, Goonies! Goonies never say die. I'm a Goonie. That's one of those movies I could watch over and over and over again. I either have movies that I can watch all the time, and there's other movies where I watch it once and it's a one and done. I may enjoy it. I may love it. It could be one of my favorites. I just don't want to watch it again. I don't know. It's so weird. I'm a weirdo that way. This weekend I watched another movie I like to watch while I'm crafting is Emma, the newer version, Jane Austen. It's the 2020 version. And I absolutely love that movie. It's just so cute and funny and whimsical. And I like having it on in the background while I craft. It's just cute. And a few years ago, I would never have loved any of that kind of stuff. And it's so weird. It's funny how when you go through different stages in life, your taste and styles and loves, they all change. And I love Jane Austen and I'm obsessed. So yeah. So now I'm kind of going through and just looking at everything that I did in this book, and I'm ending this session now. I got a lot done. I did so much, and I'm really excited to add some more stuff. If I end up going to the Dollar Tree here, I'll let you guys know what I find. There were some really cute stickers that I wanted to get, so I want to go back and pick those up. I love her. She's my favorite, Granny Witch. All right, guys, I hope you had a really great time hanging out with me. I hope this video inspired you in some way. Oh, that little saying right there says feed the bats, which is so cute because those are cupcakes with the bats. So I just loved that. Anyways, all right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day. And until next time, bye.